Serena Williams burst onto the tennis scene in 1995, a young phenom with a powerful game and even bigger dreams. Her entry into the professional world of tennis was nothing short of spectacular, capturing the attention of fans and critics alike. Managed and trained by her father Richard, who was determined to see his daughters succeed against all odds, Serena and her sister Venus quickly rose through the ranks, showcasing their extraordinary talent and relentless drive. They challenged the predominantly white world of professional tennis, breaking barriers and setting new standards for what was possible. From the beginning, the media seemed more interested in their unconventional path to the top than their undeniable talent. Headlines often focused on their journey, rather than their skill on the court. News outlets fixated on their father's coaching methods, their bold fashion choices, and their unique approach to the game, as well as their close-knit family dynamic, often overshadowing their on-court achievements. This narrative often overshadowed their athletic achievements, making it seem as though their success was an anomaly rather than a result of their hard work and talent, subtly reinforcing the notion that they didn't fit the traditional mold of tennis stars. They were often portrayed as outsiders in a sport that had long been dominated by a different demographic. Serena's aggressive playing style and muscular physique were often met with thinly veiled criticism, with commentators and analysts frequently comparing her to her leaner, less imposing counterparts. This contrast was stark, as the media showered praise upon other players who fit the more traditional image of a tennis star. This early media portrayal, while seemingly innocuous to some, was laden with subtle biases and stereotypes. It laid the groundwork for a career marred by insidious racism and sexism that Serena would bravely confront head-on, proving time and again that she was not just a great player, but a trailblazer and a champion for equality. The year 2001 marked a turning point in Serena's career, not for a triumphant victory, but for a blatant display of racism that shook the tennis world. The stage was set at the Indian Wells tournament, where Serena was scheduled to play her sister Venus in the semi-final. However, Venus withdrew due to an injury just moments before the match, sparking outrage among spectators who felt cheated of a marquee matchup. As Serena took the court for the final, she was met with a chorus of boos and racist taunts from the crowd, some even making derogatory remarks about her and Venus's heritage. The incident left Serena visibly shaken and emotionally drained, casting a dark cloud over her victory. The Williams sisters, deeply hurt and angered by the experience, decided to boycott the tournament for 14 years, sending a powerful message about the unacceptable nature of racism in sport. Serena Williams' dominance on the court was undeniable, but it also seemed to attract an unwarranted level of scrutiny. Throughout her career, Serena found herself subjected to a disproportionate number of drug tests compared to her peers. This practice, often veiled under the guise of maintaining fair play, felt like a targeted attempt to discredit her achievements and cast doubt on her integrity. In 2018, Serena decided to shed light on this discriminatory practice, taking to Twitter to express her frustration and highlight the experience of being constantly questioned and doubted. Using the hashtag #BeingSerena, she sparked a conversation about racial bias in athlete testing, urging for greater transparency and fairness in the system. Serena Williams dared to defy the conventional standards of beauty and athleticism, and for that, she was relentlessly subjected to body shaming and gendered critiques. Commentators and journalists, often hiding behind the guise of constructive criticism, made disparaging remarks about her physique, contrasting her muscular build with the leaner figures of her white counterparts. These comments, steeped in misogynoir, the specific prejudice faced by black women, attempted to reduce her power and athleticism to mere brute strength, ignoring the skill, agility, and mental fortitude that propelled her to the top of her sport. From being compared to male athletes to enduring backhanded compliments about her powerful physique, Serena faced a barrage of insults aimed at undermining her femininity and athletic achievements. She refused to be defined by these narrow standards, choosing instead to celebrate her body, her strength, and her blackness, inspiring countless others to embrace their own uniqueness. Section 5. Weaponizing caricatures and tropes, racist imagery in media portrayal. The insidious nature of racism often reveals itself in subtle but damaging ways, and Serena Williams' experience is no exception. Throughout her career, she has been subjected to racist caricatures and tropes in the media, perpetuating harmful stereotypes that dehumanize and objectify black women. One particularly egregious example is the 2018 cartoon published in Australia's Herald Sun, depicting Serena with exaggerated features, reminiscent of racist imagery used during the Jim Crow era. This incident, met with widespread condemnation, highlighted the pervasive nature of racism in media representation. Serena, using her platform to call out this blatant bigotry, sparked a global conversation about the need for diversity and sensitivity in sports journalism. Section 6. Just stick to sports? Serena's courageous stand for social justice. Serena Williams refused to be silenced. She stood firm in her belief that athletes have a responsibility to use their influence for the greater good. She understood the power of her platform and used it to advocate for social justice issues beyond the tennis court. Serena's voice became a beacon of hope and a call to action for many who felt marginalized and unheard. Recognizing the unique struggles faced by Black women, Serena became a vocal advocate for maternal health, drawing attention to the disproportionately high rates of pregnancy-related complications and deaths among Black mothers. Her advocacy brought much-needed attention to these critical issues, sparking conversations and pushing for systemic changes in healthcare. She shared her own harrowing experience with postpartum health complications, shining a light on a critical issue often overlooked in mainstream media. By sharing her personal story, Serena connected with countless women who had faced similar challenges, making them feel seen and heard. Serena's activism extended to the realm of gender equality as well. She tirelessly campaigned for women's rights, emphasizing the importance of equal opportunities and fair treatment for all women, both in sports and in everyday life. She became a vocal proponent for equal pay in tennis, highlighting the disparity in prize money between men and women, particularly in tournaments where women's matches consistently drew larger audiences. Her efforts have paved the way for future generations of female athletes to fight for their rights and demand the respect they deserve. Her unwavering stance on these issues challenged the status quo and inspired a new generation of athletes to use their voices to demand change. Serena Williams' legacy is not just one of athletic excellence, but also of courage, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of justice for all. Section 7. The Fight for Equality echoes the 2018 U.S. Open controversy. The 2018 U.S. Open final should have been a crowning achievement for Serena Williams, a moment to celebrate her incredible career and her journey as one of the greatest athletes of all time. Instead, it became a stark reminder of the double standards Black women face in professional sports, highlighting the ongoing struggle for equality and fair treatment. During the match, umpire Carlos Ramos issued a series of code violations against Serena, penalizing her for behaviors often tolerated in male players. These violations included penalties for coaching, racket abuse, and verbal abuse. What began as a dispute over coaching signals escalated into a heated exchange, with Serena accusing Ramos of sexism and unfair treatment. She passionately defended herself, stating that male players have said far worse without facing similar repercussions. The incident sparked a global debate about implicit bias in officiating, with many arguing that Serena's outburst, born out of frustration and a sense of injustice, was met with a harsher penalty than similar outbursts from male players. The media coverage was extensive, with opinions divided on whether Serena was treated unfairly. This controversy, while deeply upsetting for Serena, served as a catalyst for a much-needed conversation about gender equality and racial bias in tennis and beyond. It highlighted the challenges faced by female athletes, especially women of color, and underscored the importance of continuing to fight for a level playing field in all sports. Section 8. A legacy of strength and resilience, Serena's enduring impact on tennis and beyond. Serena Williams' legacy extends far beyond her Grand Slam titles and record-breaking achievements. She will be remembered as a fierce competitor, a champion of social justice, and an inspiration to millions around the world. Her unwavering determination in the face of adversity, her refusal to be defined by stereotypes, and her courage to speak out against injustice have paved the way for a new generation of athletes, particularly Black women, to dream bigger and fight harder. Serena's impact is evident in the growing number of Black women rising through the ranks of professional tennis, breaking barriers and shattering glass ceilings. Her story is a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of representation, and the transformative power of using one's platform to advocate for a more just and equitable world.